Okay, so this is the last video for chapter 7, I believe, chapter 7, and we're back to online integral calculators. And so if you look, I have sort of a table of integrals, and well, we can go to an integral table, list of integrals, and you sort of scroll down, and there's all these formulas that you can use. So the integral of tan x dx is negative ln cosine x plus c, or ln secant x plus c. And you can scroll down and it goes, and you can also, well, you can go here, and it's got all these different things here. And they're all very complicated. So the point that I want to make is that you can actually replace the list of integrals more or less by going to an online integral calculator. So I can sort of say arcsine of x. Let's see what this has to say about it. And it says it is square root of 1 minus x squared times x arcsine of x. And this says square root of 1 minus x squared and then plus 1 x arcsine x. So if you look at what this has to say, and if you look at what this has to say, you will see that it's the same thing. And I can change that to 2, and I can get it just like that. Okay, so then if I go to something, there's something that I want to find, integrals of rational functions. Let's see if we can find one here that I want to do. That's not what I want to find. Trig functions, exponential functions. Well, let's just sort of explore. So we also have 1 over we can do this one, and we can see that that's tan inverse of x. Now let's take that to the point 5. And now this one gives me this hypergeometric thing, which is confusing to me. And I'm not sure why Wolfram does this, because if I go over to solve my math, let's just copy this. So I'm going to copy what I typed there. I'm going to type the exact same thing into solve my math. I'm going to tell it to integrate. And it's going to say that it's the arc hyperbolic sine of x. So I get a little bit of a disagreement between my two online integral calculators. Okay, and then let's do, let's add an x on there. Let's add some parentheses. If I go over here, I'm sending the request. I'm not getting a reply. If I go over here, type it in, and so I get the negative arc sine of 1 over absolute value of x. And then here I get this sort of different thing over here. And one other that I want to do, just while I've got it in front of me, I want to do x squared divided by square root of x squared minus 4 and to the 0.5. And this one gives me, again, the hypergeometric function. If I go over to this one, I tell it to integrate the exact same thing. And this gives me an elementary function, so it's got logs, and this basically agrees with what I've got in my integral table book. So I guess the point that I want to make is that online integral calculators are very powerful, but you need to use your brain, and just because one is giving you a result that doesn't make sense, the other one might give you a result that makes a little bit more sense. So there's different, these are two that I use. I'm sure that there's others out there. But basically you should be aware of online integrators that more or less replace the integral tables. So you basically don't really need these tables because you can replace them with these two. However, maybe you can't completely replace this because, you know, it's a good thing to have. So it's a good thing to have all three of these. In the 21st century, I would tend to go towards this one or this one, whichever one seems to be working better on that particular day.